if you've moved to a new place, one of the most important things to remember is that consistency will allow you to make friendships. And it's not even necessarily deep friendships, it's just connection with people. And this is something that you can use in every aspect of your life. If you're going into a new career, if you are trying to stem out into a new interest, a new hobby of yours, all of these things, all of the little human interactions that we have, really trust is built with time. And if we don't go out, if we spend 1 week not doing that thing, then we'll never see results. And that's always been the case for anything that you've done in your life. If you think about it, one-off successes right as soon as we start are very, very unlikely. And most people will say, okay, it doesn't work after trying 50 times. The reality is, if you are in sales, if you are in any sort of business that requires repetition to get leads or to increase essentially the amount of opportunities you have, you realize that you must show up. You must show up. So if you're contemplating this weekend, going to that thing that you've been going to for maybe 2 weeks now, maybe a month now, maybe 2 months now, some sort of dance class, some sort of activity, hobby thing that you're trying to do, and you're saying to yourself, well, I haven't really gotten anything out of it yet. Why would I keep going? Or if you're saying to yourself, it's a little awkward, I'm feeling tired today, I would strongly recommend showing up. And I'm telling you this because, frankly, I've moved to Ohio and I have spent a lot of time on my own because I'm trying to build this brand and I'm trying to build myself up as an individual. And frankly, I find it really hard to find really quality people to spend time with because I have high standards now. Frankly speaking, I've traveled a lot in my life. I've lived in a lot of different places in the United States and in different countries, and I've made a lot of friends, and I've had the opportunity of meeting absolute gold in people. I can count on my hand the amount of people that I can call on a given day that may very well pick up or will pick up, and I can have a 3-hour conversation with and walk out of it feeling like $1 million easily. And that's because I've cared about people, sure, but also because I've shown up. And that's the thing. So I'm over here. I love playing Magic the Gathering, and it's something that I'm debating actually leaving right now because I want to make more time in my life for other things that I think need more of a push. Obviously, I'm a human being. Obviously, you're a human being. So when it comes down to it, how do we rationalize leaving something like that behind? We'll talk about it in another video. But essentially tonight, it's a Friday night, and I don't have any friends in Ohio right now. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I could sit here and I could make content and I could dig away at becoming a better person. But the reality is, what I really want to do, what my soul really wants to do, is go to this magic shop that I've been going to basically every Friday since I've been here and just go and play some games of Magic and meet some people. Now, am I going to be best friends with these people? Am I going to find crazy business opportunities? Am I going to go and have some epiphany about human whatever? This is the time in your life where transactions potentially shouldn't matter as much. This is where, and take it as it is, right? I am someone that advocates strongly for working incredibly hard and working consistently and moving things forward. But we're human. And I'm making this video to reassure myself to a degree to go to this place and go and make some friends. And even if they're not friends, just go and interact with other human beings in a loving, kind of fun manner. And so I've made up my mind that I'm going to go. And it's about 10 minutes away from my house. So it's a drive. It's snowed like crazy today. And we didn't go to work, and I spent the day kind of contemplating business ideas and making content and talking to good friends of mine. And the reality is, if we don't show up, if we spend the energy instead in thinking to ourselves that we should sit down and nail something down and make the greater sacrifice, is it the better thing to do? And currently I don't have an answer for you. This is one of those videos that is kind of more of a journal, there's a thought vlog than an answer thing. And if you have the answer, post it down below. Maybe I can learn something from you. I'm sure I can. But in my current gut feeling right now, considering how much work I've been doing, considering the lack of social opportunities I've created for myself currently, because I've been so busy with trying to grow in a business sense, which is ironic because business actually requires intense networking, I feel like an opportunity like going to a card shop and playing Magic for a couple of hours just to shoot the shit, just to try out some of the decks that I've been casually building, it might be worth my time. And at the end of the day, these videos, it's difficult to make 200 videos in a row and come up with new ideas all the time. And that's something I've been thinking about too. And so prior to, the half an hour prior to this, I was thinking to myself, what the hell am I going to make a video on? And oftentimes when I get to that state, I think to myself, hey, make a video on what you've been going through in life, what you've been thinking about. And this is it. I've loved painting. I've loved creating music. I still love painting, creating music. And the thing about Magic, the thing about card games, is I've loved card games for as long as I can remember. So I used to play a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh when I was little, to the point where I would go around and hang out with the neighborhood kids and go and play Yu-Gi-Oh with them, ask them, beg my brother to play Yu-Gi-Oh with me. And we would sit there for a while, to the point where I'd make decks for him just to play with me. And so there's something that clearly I've loved about the concept of this randomized strategy, this kind of competition. It's one of the only competitions in life that I actually genuinely enjoy, because to me it's kind of like a transaction. It's like call and response, and it's not it can be petty, but most of the people that I play with, most of the people I talk to in life are not particularly petty people. So it ends up becoming a very nostalgic feeling, but also one of childish exuberance. I love that phrase because it reminds me how important it is to pursue goals and still pursue them with kind of a childish energy, because life can get really serious really fast, and our hobbies, the things that we used to love doing, that we still kind of love doing, the kind of weird quirky things that we like in life, I think keeps us connected. It keeps us grounded. It certainly has for me, because at the end of the day, I might be making $1 million, I might be out going on vacations, places, and whatever, but if I go to my local card shop, I'm just a human being playing cards, And there's really no education for emotional intelligence better than hanging out with people. And the way that I rationalize doing this, even though it doesn't really need to be rationalized, frankly speaking, it's an emotional well-being thing, I think, is just any human being that you talk to, any human being that you connect with, if you can show grace, if you can show compassion, if you can listen to them, you're just going to improve in your communication skills. You're going to improve in knowing more about people, more about human beings, and hopefully, if you're thinking about it logically, more about yourself. So I view it as, and I don't get particularly deep with these people. We're playing cards, man. We're strategizing. We're serious. But I don't ask them about their lives. I don't ask them about their troubles, whatever. It's a place where people go to run away from those things. It's a place where people go to just do that thing. And I think it's a beautiful thing. For years, I went to a drum circle. So I'm predominantly a rhythm guy in music. I play drums, played them for about 8 years now. And we used to not really talk about life. And if you don't have that thing in your life where you can just go somewhere and just do a thing with people, I would strongly recommend it. I think it's incredibly therapeutic. And at the end of the day, connecting to human beings makes us better. I will always advocate for emotional intelligence, and there's no other way to get data than to talk to people and to listen to people and to watch people. So I'm going to be going to this card shop. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. If you play Magic, hit me up. We'll play on Spell Table if I have some time. I'd love to join another pod. If you're contemplating going to something in your life that maybe you went one time, go another time. And I'm actually going to do this for another thing. Life Unpotted is a podcast that invited me onto their podcast, and I kind of well, I won't go into it too much, but hopefully this Tuesday when I go back, it'll be a more appealing process for me. But consistency and showing up is most of life. If you can figure that part out, opportunities will come your way because you are giving your time, your energy. You are believing that this thing is going to offer you something, or that you're going to have an enjoyable time by virtue of you being there. So check out this video if you're a second. But mostly, my friend, actualize your potential, Catalyst. This world needs you. The card shop needs you. Take care.